Good day to all. Good day to all. This is Nurturing of Our Humanity. Um, Doing it a little bit different today. Decided to actually use the daytime or the morning hours of Wednesday because this Wednesday's live. I usually put the videos up a little bit different time than this, but today this is what we're doing. And actually, with no notes, because last night I was kind of drawing a blank. I have a lot of stuff on my mind, but it wasn't things that I necessarily wanted to share in a video. So, yeah. Um, yeah. So, anyway, let's talk about it. Let's, uh, let's get to it. So, the title of this video is Spring is Springing. Okay. And what I'm trying to do is build some just be conscious of the time ratio that we're in, and the fact that right now we have an opportunity to jump on a conveyor belt. And what I mean by the conveyor belt, the seasons, it's kind of like a conveyor belt. um you have to get on at the right time because of the temperatures, the daylight period, or the photosynthesis photo period, day versus night, and other things, the actual amount of time it takes for things to come to maturity. But this is kind of that general window around April, mid-April, when most things that'll be a bountiful harvest will get going. So I just want to encourage people to pay attention to food that you're eating and the seeds that we throw away. You know, that if you threw a lot of this stuff into some fertile soil, you would have plants and more food, because that is the magic that is nature. It is always in a position to reproduce itself and, um, make more of itself. It's about that. Um, so let's just talk a brief second about a few things. Let's just keep it really general. We breathe oxygen. Plants generally breathe CO2. And that's why we're a perfect exchange for each other. Because what we breathe in fact, what we exhale, they inhale. And what they exhale, we inhale. So it just makes a perfect symbiotic relationship. It's a perfect circle of life and loop. So that's the air side of it. When it comes to the light, just know that some plants require different amounts of lighting. But it's important that you identify where you get the best light consistently. If you have morning light, evening light, hopefully all daylight. I'm in the northern hemisphere, so the southern side of everything is kind of my money zone. Um, so that's pretty much covering light. Now, water. I guess I can go into fertilizer just a touch, but um, I just want to say, let's just keep it simple. And it's like, listen, just plant some seeds in some soil and water them and give them some space, and just see what you can get doing. But water, um, the best tip I can give on watering is, if you're doing a small type situation, especially if you're in pots and pot, inside the house or anything like that, the best thing you can do with watering is actually to fill up like a 5 gallon or larger, if you have something, container with water, and then let that sit outside for about a day, roughly 24 hours or more, because it doesn't matter after that. It can be a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it doesn't matter. But after about 3 weeks to a month, you might start seeing mosquitoes and things. The water gets really lively. It catches life to itself. Once all the gases and things that our city actually naturally fumigate out of, and once it releases that, and once it comes out and separates, because just know that they add a lot of stuff into the water system that we have in the cities. And when the water comes out of your faucet, your shower, your wherever, that's the first time in a long time, lots and lots of miles of traveling underground in pipes and things, the first time that water had a chance to reach air, oxygen. So they do a lot of work to make it look how we see it when it comes out of our faucet. But a lot of that, those inputs are actually not good for us. So by letting the water sit, even better if you have an air bubbler, something like for a aquarium to help gas out, get the gases out. But um, just by letting the water sit, just by leaving it alone, it kind of neutralizes and goes back to a no more natural state, and it's much more healthy for the plants, much more healthy for the root system, the fertilizers that you add, especially if you're doing some living stuff. If you're using all these salt-based miracle grow things, I mean, listen, I'm not here to just crap on them like that, but in the bigger picture, it's not good. And the thing about organics, the biggest part is not saying, oh, it's superior right now. In fact, the right now results of some of the synthetic stuff might possibly outdo a lot of the organic inputs, possibly. But organics is about saying, this is my flower bed that I'm going to grow in year after year after year after year. And I want that everything that I do to it now to be a big part of it being better later. So the inputs you add this year are going to be additional compounds of positivity that are in there for the next year when you do your next gardening and stuff like that. So I just wanted to put a couple of general ideas out and just say, if you think I can be of some help to you in any way like that, please feel free to comment. Um, and I'm gonna try my best to be a little more receptive with my comments, more interactive with them. Um, but basically, get some sunlight. That's why I opened up the curtains today and made sure that this was all visible. And hey, spring is springing. It's time to jump on the conveyor belt and be a part of it. Okay. I hope that I can get whatever I need to get accomplished so I can start adding or doing videos live from my phone in different locations and things, because then I can really bring this feed to other things. But I might have to start just doing some uploads into a gardening playlist for that. But anyway, stay tuned, and I'm looking for ideas. I just tell you, I'm not here to tap dance and really just fully entertain. This is a lot about documentation and and just sharing, and hoping that I can be of some help to someone and simplify something that somebody's thinking is a little too complicated to deal with. And just know that, gardening is really simple. And the one of the biggest and best and most important principles I learned in gardening is uh, generally the less you do, you probably have almost a better chance of success. So, we always think, oh, I need to add this, put a drop of this, 2 tablespoons of this, that. Nature kind of takes care of itself. Leaves know when to fall off. They know what they're doing. They're adjusting to things that we're not even thinking about sometimes. All right. So anyway, with that, I'm going to bid you guys goodbye. This is my Wednesday Live. This is G over here, Nurturing of Our Humanity. And I'm just here to tap in and hopefully inspire somebody to do something that they wouldn't have done, which is put some seeds into some soil, or go buy some plants that are already put together. There's all these little outlets where they're selling stuff right now. Go buy something that's already started, and don't be scared that you might kill it, because you very well might. But usually it's from over input, not from too little inputs, you know? So, anyway, with that, be fruitful. Holla. I will holla.